talk, actually.
Bye.
I know I say that a lot after good music, but it's really true. You know, lyrics, those of you that are songwriters, I mean, you got it. You touch the heart. So all those songs are so beautiful, so thank you. A few weeks ago, I talked about the nature of mind. And in the Tibetan Dzogchen tradition, the nature of mind is often likened to the sky. Vast, open, and unchanging. And phenomena such as thoughts and emotions and life events are simply clouds that pass through the sky. And no matter how dark and turbulent the clouds can be, they never alter the sky's essential nature. Your essential nature is unchanging. Your divine essential nature is unchanging. Pema Chodron said, "You are the sky, everything else is just the weather." I like that reminder. So my talk today is Divine Spark. And this month in the Centers for Spiritual Living, the theme for the month is shedding our skin. And that idea actually relates to understanding that we are the sky, and we can release those things that bind us or that burden us and start anew with a kinder, gentler attitude as we connect to our inner essential nature, our divine spark. At its core, spirituality is a conscious journey toward understanding our place in the greater cosmos. It's about seeking meaning and a sense of belonging beyond the material realm. Ernest Holmes likened the divine to the atmosphere, and he said, and Ernest Holmes is the founder of our philosophy, he said, "It is everywhere present and is waiting only to be acknowledged." It's always here. We simply have to acknowledge it. Whatever that it is to you, the higher power, the creator, God, source, spirit, whatever name, we can acknowledge it. Call it forth. So self-transformation is the spiritual goal, and we're all in different phases of development. Have you noticed? Some people are on that path and some people aren't. And I believe when it's time, we will all release what no longer works for us and grow into more fully who we truly are and what life is calling us to be and do. What a gift that we have a choice. What a gift that we have choices. We can go down that path or we can go down that path. In my class that I just finished teaching called Mental Equivalence, we talked a lot about intention. What's your intention? And where's your attention? Because you can have a really good intention, but if your attention's over here, like, well, wah, 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 wah. I know none of you do that. But your intention is going to lose its interest. So we have to pay attention to those two things. And that's where our spiritual practices come in. And I have to tell you, spirituality is not a one-time commitment. It's a lived rhythm. It's a lived rhythm, baby. Because it's not just a mental practice. It's a heart-centered practice. It's an embodied practice of wholeness. That's what we teach here. But we have to start somewhere, right? And spirituality is not an escape from the storm. It's our home within the storm. And from where we anchor ourselves with clarity, with faith, with trust, with compassion, that this too shall pass. I know we say that a lot, but that's something I grab onto when I have to watch the news. So here we are, coming to the end of the year. And we can assess our life, right? Am I grounded in timeless principles? Don't even know what they are. Or, how's my faith factor right now? Where is my attention? It's good to just notice those things. Do I need to shed some skin? Do I need to shed some old beliefs and habits and things that maybe just aren't serving my highest good? Because as we allow the fire of love, the alignment with Spirit, the fire of Spirit to move us, we can rise to new levels of love, compassion, and connection with each other and with our deepest self. Guaranteed. That is spiritual insurance, which I talked about a month ago. Spiritual insurance. It's always open for enrollment. You can sign up anytime. I need to re-sign up. So Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor, you may have heard of her. She's written a few books. And in her book, Whole Brain Living, she says we are feeling creatures who think. Hear that? We are feeling creatures who think. Now, many people have that the other way. We can have all the words, all the information, all the knowledge and intellect crammed full of facts, and yet it is our feeling heart that is the true source of power of the one source moving through, in, and as us. We can all be worn down by what Howard Thurman calls the dust and grit of the journey. And I know some of you are dealing with dust and grit right now. And you don't need to get lost in it. Take a big sigh. Stay present. We're not pushing those things away, but we're knowing with our faith, with our alignment with principle, that things can change. Somehow. If we catch that divine spark, if we are willing to let the holy and the sacred remove that veil of separation, then the light within us will rekindle and blaze up. It has to. And it will give you new ideas, new vigor, new inspiration. Who doesn't want that? Ernest Holmes said, love, which we just sang about, is the central flame of the universe, the very fire itself. Love is the self-givingness through creation, the imparting of the divine through the human. Love is how we tap in. So affirm with me, I let the fire of infinite love blaze in my heart.
I let the fire of infinite love blaze in my heart.
How's that feel? Just put that on. You know, why not? Let's say it again. I let the fire of infinite love blaze in my heart. So let's go back to the idea for a moment of the theme of shedding our skin. Okay? And according to Lao Tzu, the father of Taoism, if you want to awaken all of humanity, then awaken all of yourself. If you want to eliminate the suffering in the world, then eliminate all that is dark and negative in yourself. Truly, he says, the greatest gift you have to give is that of your own self-transformation. And a wonderful example of self-transformation is the snake. Right? By shedding its skin throughout its life, by the way. A snake sheds its skin throughout its life. Hear that? It's not a one-time thing. That allows for new growth. And snakes are often a symbol of death, rebirth, and regeneration. And in many shamanic and indigenous traditions, the snake is a powerful symbol of profound, profound transformation and healing. Even in Western medical professions, there's a snake coiled around the staff. signifying medicine and healing. And throughout our lives, we each go through many, many transformations. Some we go kicking and screaming. I know none of you. We go from a helpless baby to a toddler who learns to walk and talk. We change from a dependent young child to a teenager who seeks greater freedom. We go from being a youth to an adult who takes on responsibility. And then we change from a middle-aged member of society, some of us, to an elder who imparts wisdom and valuable life lessons. There's lots of shedding going on. Lots of growth for each of you. The famous Oprah Winfrey said, "We can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are." That's wise. I let the fire of infinite love blaze in my heart.
I let the fire of infinite love blaze in my heart.
That's a really good seed to plant in your subconscious. So whatever stage of self-transformation you're currently in, you can benefit by having a conscious awareness of that transformation. And then explore areas in your life that could use some healing and shedding. ABC, we talk a lot here about. ABC, what's that, those students?
Awareness brings consciousness.
Awareness builds consciousness. Very good. We have to become aware of what we need to let go of first before we can let go of it. So when we quiet our mind, go within and listen, become still, we can create a safe space to find those tender pockets of suffering we may have tucked away in our heart. And with compassion, we can gently work on healing those wounded places that we're carrying. And it's okay to ask for support from a practitioner here, from a spiritual counselor, from a dear friend. You weren't meant to go through this journey alone. So make sure you do get that support as you need. What we ultimately discover as a result of our healing journey is that we each carry the seed of divine light within us. And everybody's going to figure that out at some point. The divine spark. And as we release our personal suffering and change negative mindsets and beliefs, we cleanse the lens. We just cleanse the lens of our soul so that we can better see and feel that expansive light and love that we truly are. I invite you to just take a breath and close your eyes for a moment. One of my favorite Ernest Holmes quotes, "I cleanse the window of my mind, that it may become a mirror reflecting inspiration from the Most High." Imagine that. Simply cleansing the window of your mind. That it may simply become a mirror reflecting inspiration from a higher source. And take a breath. And come back. And I invite you just for a moment to silently look around the room and with your eyes, see and honor the light in the people around you. You can turn around and look at everybody around you. And with your eyes, just bless them. Give them that light and see their light. I see your light. shedding of what no longer serves us reveals what was there always. Wholeness, love, connection, compassion. You each have a divine spark, whether you know it or not. And remembering who we are is important soul work, because you each have a wonderful gift to give to the world. And how you show up matters. How you show up on the freeway. How you show up at the grocery store. How you show up when you have to wait in line for something. We always have an opportunity to shine our light. So I'm going to close with a story that I found years ago. I don't know who wrote it, but I'm just going to read it anyway. Many years ago, a friend showed me a humorous book called something like How to Keep Your Norwegian Happy. On one page in large letters would be the problem. Then you turn the page to find the solution. For example, your Norwegian is worried. You turn the page and the solution is, give your Norwegian a cup of coffee and wait 15 minutes. No matter what the problem was, the solution was always the same. Give your Norwegian a cup of coffee and wait 15 minutes. So it is with life. Obviously, the solution to life's problems is not just a cup of coffee, but there is indeed a universal answer. Give your brain a cup of light, a cup of higher consciousness, and wait 15 minutes. If there was a book entitled How to Make Your Life Happy, the pages might read something like this. My brain is worried about the political scene. Turn the page. Give your brain a cup of faith and wait 15 minutes. Faith is the antidote to worry. If you want to heal polarization between people, there's a solution. Give your brain a cup of kindness and wait 15 minutes. The great Paramahansa Yogananda said, kindness is the light that dissolves all walls between souls, families, and nations. Kindness. Feeling stressed? Give your brain a cup of gratitude and wait 15 minutes. Gratitude is the antidote to negative reactions. Gratitude opens the heart and connects us to the flow of divine blessing. And we don't have to go anywhere to find a cup of higher consciousness. All we have to do is be still, meditate, calm those restless waves of thought, and look beneath the surface of our agitation. Divine consciousness is already within us, just waiting for us to pay attention. Acting as a channel of light, a spark of the divine, is especially important during these times. Don't you think? The great mystic Babaji was asked, why don't you do something to stop all the evil in the world? And the great avatar responded, my job is not to suppress evil and darkness, but to increase the light. So what if that's our mission too? Freely offering light to everybody who crosses our paths. Not just in person, but in our mind. Offer them light. Bless them. You know, I've mentioned many times, I feel like, you know, when somebody sneezes in the grocery store, what do? Bless you. You don't say, who did you vote for? Where do you live? What faith are you? No, it's an automatic giving, blessing. So when those people come into your mind or in front of you that you have not a good connection with, just bless them and light them up. So share with others a cup of whatever you want for yourself, and your bounty will multiply. Then our world will be filled with beauty and wonder. Let's affirm one more time. I let the fire of infinite love blaze in my heart.
I let the fire of infinite love blaze in my heart.
I invite you to turn to your neighbor and say, thank you for shining your light.
Thank you for shining. Thank you for shining your light. Cool, Mo. Thank you for shining.
You got it.
And so it is.
So it is.